survive poisoned productions.
Let's put this fancy thing in my hair. Sorry, I get distracted easily. So right now I am just going to be cleaning my bookshelf because school is starting soon and it's a disaster right now. Like, and then there's like all these books on the side that like don't have a home yet, and there's totally room for them, but it just needs to be cleaned and organized. So that is what I am doing right now. I do not remember buying this book. Did you guys hear that?
Trim.
What?
Twist the bones and turn back. Twist the bones and bend back. Trim him of his baby fat. Give him fur black as black, just like this. So we are first going to start off by taking some liquid latex and a cotton ball and forming that pointed witch nose that I do not have. I actually have a very button nose. And basically I just take a bunch of cotton pieces and get them really saturated in the liquid latex and then form them to my pointed nose and my bum chin. Yeah, just keep playing around with it, and the more liquid latex you have on your hands, it's easier to mold and smooth out the cotton swabs, but it will take longer to dry. Now I'm just dusting them with some translucent powder just to make sure that they're not sticky or anything. And then I go in with a orange face paint and cover basically all of my face and down my neck a little bit. I did sketch out where I wanted my eyebrows just so that I knew where they were going to go. And then I did take a cream orange and put that over my face just because it was a bit too bright. And then I did also powder that down with a translucent powder. And now I'm going in and contouring with a medium orange, and then I go back in with a red eyeshadow just to really darken everything. I didn't want it to be like a bright orange. I wanted it to be like a dingy, gross, dark orange. So if you're feeling like a Dorito, you are headed in the right direction, honey. Now I'm just going in with a really small brush and a black face paint and just giving me some eyebrows. I am sketching them out because I really want them to be wild and untamed. Because she's crazy. She don't keep her eyebrows, she just lets them be au naturel. Now I'm going in and adding some orange eyeshadow above my eyelid there. And then I go in with a yellow cream paint and go over my eyelid just because I'm going to add kind of a gold on top, and if I didn't do this step beforehand, the color would be a little bit more muted and less yellow. And I really wanted it to be quite bright and quite yellow just to go with the whole look so that it really stood out. So then I took a flat brush and a gold color and just patted that on all over the cream paint. This is perfect because it sets the paint and also brightens the eyeshadow, so it's like a beautiful little baby. And then I also thought this reminded me of candy corn, so I do go in with a yellow and orange and a white face paint and just give myself some candy corn eyeliner. I just thought it looked kind of cool. For the yellow, I did have to go back in with that same yellow cream paint that we used earlier. I got mine from the Makeup Flash palette, but use whatever cream you have just to brighten the yellow because it is kind of a hard color to get very bright. So if you need to do that extra step, don't worry, so did I. And this is where I'm adding the cream just to make it slightly brighter. I could have probably done it to the orange too, but I have to mix my own orange, and it was just I'm over it, So now I'm doing the collar piece. I'm doing this kind of like belt part where it was gonna be a kind of like a button thing holding on these like leaf looking bits was kind of what I was going for. So I'm just filling the leaf parts in with a dark green, and then we're gonna go in with some black and redetail everything, just because this did get a little bit sloppy, because that's, you know, my life. So now I'm going in and I'm shaping out where I want all the leaves to kind of look, and then I go in and add their like detailing lines everywhere. And now I am going in with a yellow eyeshadow and just lightening up certain areas of the leaves just to give it a bit more dimension. And then I do go in with a black eyeshadow and shadow everywhere that I want to kind of be a bit darker. I didn't have a dark enough green, or I would have gone in with a dark green as well, but I didn't have one, so I was just like, you know what, F it, I'm just gonna go straight in with a black. And now I have filled in the shoulders of my skin an orange and the brown part of the like necklace kind of thing. And now I'm just elongating my nostrils just because my nose is longer, so I thought my nostrils should be longer. And then I went in and made the pumpkin mouth. Again, I also added false eyelashes. Some stuff I just did off camera because I didn't think that they were that necessary to show, and this was already going to be a long tutorial, so you know, you take what you can get. Some stuff I'm pretty sure you guys have seen 1,000 times. I also put black liquid lipstick on my lips and then filled everywhere else in with black face paint, just because then you could eat and drink with this look and it would still be very practical and your makeup would not move. So if you do this look, I highly recommend that. Now I'm going in with this stipple sponge and just adding some yellow highlights everywhere just to kind of brighten up the look. And now I'm adding the pumpkin lines on my forehead. I didn't want to take them all the way down just because I've done that in a previous look on my Instagram, and so I thought I would try something different. So I go in with a brown and sketch out where I want them to be, and then I dirty them up with a fluffy brush and a darker brown. And then I believe I go in with a little bit of black too, just to make them even darker. And then I also add some yellow face paint just to highlight them. I think it looks super cool. Now I'm going in and just adding a slight bit of blush on my cheeks with this red eyeshadow. And then I go in with a stipple sponge and add brown and orange and yellow all over my face just to kind of muddy it up and break up the colors. Yeah, and give it a bit more dimension. This is one of my favorite techniques to use, is like a stippling and just breaking up all the color. I really like how it looks. And then I lined my lower waterline and lash line with a black eyeshadow. And then I basically just buffed that out later so that it's a bit more dramatic. And I'm going in and using the same stipple technique but with a light green and on the leaves, just in spots where I want it to kind of be highlighted. And right here I'm just making it more dramatic, and that's it, that's all, guys. For the uninfected pumpkin, I should say. Now I really like how this turned out. I'm just gonna add my contacts, my wig, and my costume. I thought this looked super duper cool, but I thought it did need to get a bit more grimy for my personal taste, so I am gonna go back in with some yellow gelatin and kind of like gooey it up a bit. Is that a saying? We're gonna make it one. So I've mixed up my yellow gelatin, and make sure to test on your wrist before you put it on your face. And now I had to go over these layers a couple times just to make sure that the yellow came out opaque enough that you could see it, and so that it got a real good 3D texture. And once I got all the droops and like goopy bits, the shapes and like thickness I wanted, I went around them with a black eyeshadow, made it super duper messy, and then I went around the black eyeshadow with some liquid blood, and I think it looks super fantastic. It makes it look super dirty and infected and like I don't know, just gross and disgusting and everything I love. So I think it looks super awesome. The only thing is beware where you put the gelatin. Sometimes you can get out of hand, and if you put too much on, you will lose all the detailed work that you did before. So just be careful to put it in only in the spots that you need it and not overdo it.
When witches go riding and black cats are seen, the moon laughs and whispers, 'tis near Halloween.
So that's it, that's all. The only few things that I would slightly change is just where the bum chin, yeah, not double chin, bum chin, having troubles today. Where it starts is still too close to my mouth, so it lifts right here and here. I painted underneath it and nothing else seems to be lifting, so I think it would be fine from now on, but I think you should really start it like quite low on your chin so that the movement of your bottom lip doesn't cause it to lift. So, and that's also something I experienced in another tutorial, which is my life. But I am still really pleased. Oh my god, my hat, girl! You know what, we're just gonna leave that off for a minute. I'm still really pleased with like the silhouette of this. I think it looks super witchy and awesome. And then I did want to go with an orange witch, and then the minute I thought that, I was like, I should just do a pumpkin witch. And so I did. Yeah, I got a bit of candy corn on the eyes. Really, I think just placing this slightly lower is the only thing that I would change about this look. It's the only thing that's like slightly moving right now. My nose isn't moving at all. Like, I made that in a really good spot, because like, look, it's just not even, it's still holding on. You could do these pus things in liquid latex and cotton if you wanted to, but I was just having trouble with it today. I've done it before, but today I was just having trouble, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it with gelatin and all of that good stuff. So yeah. Just in case you guys didn't know, I am doing the 100 Days of Makeup Challenge on my Instagram account, so you can go check that out for other looks that I haven't posted tutorials for. And please give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy this, or enjoyed this look, or learned something. And I will see you ghosts and ghouls in my next video.